What is the true meaning of our own existence? Why are we always looking forward to the future? To the horizon? To the stars? We all make our own way among the universe, along with everybody else. But the way we choose to do it is our own only. Although I am not the one able to answer these questions for you, I can be the one to show you the result to all of this. The ultimate reward. The end of our journey. So, I had no idea where I was going with that introduction. Hey, hello people! So, a few months ago I had an idea and I didn't really want to do it because it would have required me a lot of time in order to make this idea a thing. And yeah, you are watching it now, so I decided to do it anyway. I wanted to go on an adventure, on a journey, doing something that maybe some of you have already done before, but I didn't. So here it is, my journey to the center of the galaxy. Yeah, if you still didn't understand what I'm about to do in this video, that's right, I'm going to the center of the galaxy. And oh boy, that's not an easy task, oh no. It requires a lot of preparation. I needed money, I need to buy a proper ship that would bring me to the end of the world. So yeah, that's the first step. I needed a ship. And to get that money, there's only one easy way. I needed to go mining, exploring some space rocks, basically. I basically needed another ship to go space mining. So I built that nice looking beast. I named it the Veles. Don't ask me why, I have no clue either. I had no idea how to mine before, so it took me a while to figure it out. But once it's done, yeah, it's kinda easy to be honest. Find a good floating ball of polystyrene, look for some cracks, and boom! Space mining! As easy as it looks. Grab the resources, get back to your home, sell the stuff, and you're good to go. And buy your actual traveling ship for your journey. So yeah, buy the ship. And back to step one, I guess. And this ship was built for the journey, trust me. I know what I was doing. However, I didn't know what the journey would throw at me. It was scary, really. Here, you're safe, close to Earth, human being all around you. But out there, it's a complete other story. There is nothing. It's a void. You and your ship floating in it, with some burning out ball of plasma or magma or whatever it is. It's scary. One mistake and it's all gone. You are gone. But I needed to do that. I had to. So I took a deep breath, and when I was ready, I took off to deep space. At first, I only thought of this. Leaving, you know? Like maybe never coming back home. That feeling, no idea what you will find ahead, but you know for sure that you are not coming back. Even though I was just leaving, it was already tempting to come back and cancel everything. But I didn't. Therefore starting the most amazing adventure of my life. But if I wanted to do that, I needed to go through multiple checkpoints. You see, it is possible to pinpoint the exact, precise center of the galaxy. There's a system for that. It's Sagittarius A. However, it is more difficult, let's even say impossible, to go there in one planned route. My ship's internal computer couldn't take it. So I decided to make some rather logical and interesting checkpoints. The first one being, of course, the exact moment I would be leaving human colonized space. Pend, or Pand? Pand? I don't know, was the last system I could find with humanity in there. It wasn't far, to be honest, but it was still the travel that mattered, because after Pand, I would be alone for many, many days. Maybe forever. I could die into deep space alone. Anyway, on the way there, I found some people who knew what I was about to do and gently tried to stop me, but I politely refused and made my way to the pound system anyway. For f***'s sake. It's, yeah, there isn't much to say about it. Sarmiento de Gamboa would be my last landing stop. I checked everything in there, but it was a communist system, okay? There's not really much to do there. So, without delay, I planned my first checkpoints on the galaxy map. As a first stop, I had to find something unique and beautiful. And of course, I did the complete opposite by choosing what's probably the most visited nebula in the entire Milky Way, the Lagoon Nebula. But I never went there before, and considering it was a small detour on my journey to the center, I conclude that it could be a nice first stop. Okay. Also, 104 jumps to go there, not even a quarter of the way to the center. Yeah, it's a long journey. So I headed there, convinced it was a good idea, and on my way I decided to play an amazing game. And you want to know what this game is? Oh yeah. Yeah, you want to know what you have to know what this game is. It's an amazing game that I kept playing during the entire adventure. So, the game is to find a nebula before arriving, right? At least to see it. Find the nebula. So I searched for the lagoon, a lot. After a while I noticed that I was mostly jumping to red dwarf, and it was annoying me a bit. Always the same type of stars is not really what you expect when you go on such a journey, you know? So I decided to change. I removed all red dwarfs from my plotted route, and also all K-class star for some reason, I don't really remember why. A few jumps later, I still couldn't find the lagoon. It was big enough for me to notice it at some point, and I was getting closer, halfway through actually. I was wondering if I did something wrong, maybe it was a mistake to go there, I don't know. I got some nice sights in many different systems, but no nebula. Although at some point I did find something, I still don't know why, and no, it wasn't the nebula. Wait, what? I was 20 jumps away from it, and I couldn't see it. I expected at this point that I would see the lagoon. It's such a big nebula, how couldn't I see it by now? I noticed something else, a cluster of bright blue stars located in front of a nebula, and it was actually beautiful, so I decided to go there instead of the lagoon. But I would rather go to this place, but what is this? But then it hits me. Yeah. It was in front of me this entire time. I just didn't see it because it was hidden on the massive galaxy plan. It took me that long to finally figure this out. Sometimes I think I'm actually dumb, you know? Before arriving there, I found what is, as of now, my favorite star to jump to. Look at this beauty. It's so blue and bright. And then finally, after 5 hours, I arrived to the lagoon. And yeah, I didn't regret it at all. I explored it a bit, went inside at different point of view from different sectors of the nebula, and at some point I knew I had to go. I also discovered for the first time an O-type star, and yeah, I know I already said that, but this is definitely my favorite kind of star to jump to now. Damn, it's very blue. Oh, and also I didn't encounter another one during my adventure, so yeah, that's sad. That's ominous. But now it was time for me to go somewhere else. Somewhere new. It took me 5 hours to go there. From there to there, 5 hours. I planned a new route to the Omega Nebula, pretty close from the lagoon, so it would be a quick travel. I also added back the red dwarfs into the bloody route, and I gained 1 free jump from doing so. Hey, I won 1 jump. Nice. And you could think it was a good idea to do that, but trust me, it wasn't. And if you want to know why, well, first of all, I found a system filled with ice balls, and ice balls They are not what you search when you are exploring. After that, the two next systems were empty, and yes, all of them were red dwarfs. But it got worse, because the next system I jumped to, this happened. So to God, if the next one is a red dwarf again, I'm getting rid of you again. For the second time. No! I was wondering why I couldn't see you. No! Yes, this stupid fireball was hiding its orbital line of danger thingy, the big circle surrounding bodies that basically tell you if you are in danger or not. So there and then I made the decision to permanently remove M-class star, which are red dwarf basically, from any plotted route I would take in the future. F*** red dwarf, okay? After a while I saw a cluster of bright blue stars again, and I was curious about it, so I tried searching it on the galaxy map, and guess what? I found it! Oh, there you go! That's it! That's it, okay. What is this? So I changed my route and headed there instead. And also, I was finally going to systems that were half discovered. People already went there, but they didn't discover everybody's. And you see, for me it meant a lot, because I would soon, or at least I hoped that I would soon, discover new systems that nobody ever discovered before. Anyway, at some point I arrived to this star cluster, and it looked nice. I mean, look at this! I had to say goodbye to them though, as I was still on a journey to the center of the galaxy, you know? Hey, remember that bright blue star earlier? I found another one! Look at that! After one more jump, I was in front of Omega, and it wasn't as visible as a lagoon, you know? It was hard to see. I jumped in and take some nice picture here and there, but overall I would rate this nebula 2 out of 5 stars. Wasn't that impressive. Moving on, I decided to check the galaxy map for another close nebula to visit, and I was intrigued by the Eagle Nebula. Whoa! What is going on there? What is this? It doesn't make sense. Positioning of these stars aren't natural whatsoever. I had to go there. I had to check it out by myself. Oh, I have to go there. And on my way there, I had some internal struggle. I was realizing that I was alone out there. Finally. Maybe I was on the same road taken by others before me, but I was truly alone. I could go back, I was thinking. It wasn't too late. I wasn't that far. I could go back. A few more jumps and I was able to see that weird patterns of stars located inside the Eagle Nebula. What is that? How does that happen? Even when I get closer, there is no way someone can explain that. I tried to jump to different stars around it, so maybe I could see them in an angle that would explain this formation, but no, I got nothing. It was a weird place though. Even the name of these stars were weird. It looks like eyes and some kind of big heads. But then I knew it was time. I delayed the inevitable far too long. It was time to leave the inner Orion spur. And for the really first time on my way to the core, I was alone. I was discovering uncharted systems again and again, and it felt like I was truly alone. I was thinking, the galactic center, my ultimate destination, was somewhere in front of me, in that big orangey ring on the horizon. If you can even call that an horizon anymore, that ever-expanding belt? Yeah, Sagittarius A was somewhere in there. And I started to find some valuable worlds as well, so everything was going well at this point, even though the loneliness would slowly fill me up until the end. I will be honest, it wasn't an interesting part of the trip, although something cool happened when I jumped to a binary system. Whoa, okay. Yeah, it looks nice, right? Well, keep that in mind, okay? We'll discuss this cool topic again later. Only a few more jumps, and that was it. I would be leaving the inner Orion Spur. It was the last thing that I could still call home at this point. This was it. If I took one more jump, it would be the farthest away from home I'd ever been. And you know what? I took that jump. I took it. And I got a nice welcome piñata once I arrived there. The inner scutum centurus arm. Yeah, I'm not saying that ever again. Because I wanted to be on a straight uncharted route, I decided to go immediately to the other side of this region of the galaxy. And I found a nice cloud. On my way to the cloud, I discovered a lot of new stuff, and I was really confused most of the time. It was star class that I already encountered before, and I didn't pay much attention at first, but it bothered me after a while. Oh, and I guess I did make this jump through an asteroid ring, I guess? Why did I do that? Oh, this is creepy. Oh my god, this is creepy! After a while, I realized that I was taking a long time just to map some planets here and there, so I made a decision. From now on, I would only scan systems that are worth to be scanned. You can expect at least 400 jumps more to do, at least at minimum. I can't wait every time, just scan everything for no reason, not getting anything out of it. It's taking too long and that's not my end goal here, so I'd rather go straight and see what the next system will actually give me. After discovering another star class that I already found before, I had to know why this was happening, because I had no clue. What do you mean? So I searched for this codex thingy and I found it, so I opened it. And then I understood. It's working by region, and I never went that far away, like I said before. So every single body I would encounter there would be a new discovery. And that got me really, really excited actually. Can you imagine just filling this codex as your own personal goal? In every region of the galaxy. In the codex, I also put my eyes on these two beauties down there. We'll come back to this later, okay? And you will like it, believe me. It's some of the best moments from my journey. Remember what I said about binary system? Yeah. Cool, right? Yeah. We will see about that, okay? Just keep that in mind. A few moments later, I had some internal reflection about myself, about the journey, and everything I left behind. And also about the cloud for some reason. But every jump I was taking, I was getting closer and closer to the galactic center. And also, I was getting farther and farther away from home. It was my final destination. Nothing else was important anymore. Apart from that, there was nothing else. The closer I was getting to the cloud, the less uncharted systems I would find. I guess I was feeling a little bit less lonely, and if before I was eager to be on my own way, now I was just happy to be back to the trail that people left behind before me. And the cloud also looked ominous. Not really good looking. I was kinda reluctant to jump in, just to get through the other side and arrive in the next region of the galaxy. But yeah, I can't see any stars. Oh my god. I guess I went to hell and back, but literally. Here's what happens when you expect to rush something, but also remember that you have things to do. Welcome to the normal rush. That's the part of the video which I was hoping to be as fast as possible and ended up doing the exact opposite. You see that region? That's normal expense. Normal expense? Normal expense. That's normal expense. It's a huge region, but I arrive in there in the smallest sector. 46 jumps. That's the fewest amount of jump I had to do during my whole journey. And you know what I wrote in my small notes? Boring section. Literally, that's what I wrote. In an hour or so, I got across nicely, and now that I'm writing my script, I don't even remember anything about normal expense. Nothing happened. It was just straight up boring. So now let me introduce this big boy called Aarma. That's a region just above Norma Expanse. And here I had a goal. I wanted to find some white dwarfs, and more importantly, a neutron star. And the thing with white dwarfs is, for some reason, they exist in cluster of multiple white dwarfs. Basically, I was searching a needle in a haystack, but the needle was a star cluster, and the haystack the entirety of Aarma. It took me some time to find one, but I did. Pueki YHHD 1147. I hate these names. And I also hate white dwarf. They are dangerous stars, and I don't know why they are that bad, but they really are. You can't even get too close when you arrive in a system with a white dwarf, because you will die. Yep, this is it. Oh, I'm actually terrified by these stars. I never had any good encounter with them. It's always going wrong.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2.
Did you see that? Did you? That was a dead zone. The outside limit, the point of no return. I arrived there and instantly it appeared on my screen. It's supposed to appear when you are coming too close to the star, but as soon as I dropped out of FSD, it was there. And just so you know, I cannot control my ship when I dropped out. I was heading straight to death. That's a white dwarf. It's dangerous, but it's also extremely beautiful. There's no other way to say it. After taking some nice, beautiful pictures, I decided that it was time to go away from the blue ball of death. The blue... really? The blue ball of death? To a neutron star. Something that I had never discovered before. And I was really excited for that. I managed to find multiple close to each other. And not too far away from my path to the galactic center. That was my new destination. A neutron star. I got some interesting sights along the way. Star clusters were becoming a very common thing in this part of the galaxy, and I encountered multiple of them. It was weird to look at. Nice and interesting at first, but rapidly becoming boring once you realize they all look the same. But then you find something like this monstrosity and you wonder what the hell is really going on there. Yep, okay, oh my god. Anyway, it was time to discover my first neutron star. Oh my god, it's so white red. Oh, what the f*** is this? And it scared the shit out of me. I dropped out and I see this hyperactive white dwarf in front of me. What did I expect here? However, I quickly discovered that I love Neutron Star, man. Not only are they weirdos waving at you constantly with not one but two arms, but also they are cute and not dangerous whatsoever. I mean, look at this! I jumped to another one and yeah, it was the same cutie. I also did that in hopes that I would be the first to discover it, but yeah, they all have been discovered by now. I was very attracted by them, so I wanted to see how close I could go safely. Just to say hi, you know? And I realized that they're really, really small. Also, the light is bending around it, like a black hole. I was really intrigued. Trusting my helpful art meter, I decided to go as close as I possibly could. And I came that close that I could see its orbit line. 1000, oh my god. Oh, there we go. I'm not getting it out. Unfortunately, after all this excitement, it was time to move on. I mean, I still had something to do, something to achieve, you know. I was still on my way to the galactic center, still on my journey. I'm going away. That's why I decided to move to another neutron star that was waving even faster than the previous two. What the hell? No, for real, it was time to go. I still had a journey to complete. Okay. After a few jumps, I was finally jumping to the new region on my way to the core, and leaving Aarma for good this time. Still with me? Good, because now the scary part begins. The Empyrean Straits. You heard that right. Things happen when you get closer and closer to the galactic center. One of the final steps that I wanted to do in my journey was to find a black hole. Just a regular one. That close to the core, they were getting more common, so it wasn't hard to find one. I looked a bit at my route there, and for some reason there was more K-class stars than before. I don't know why, they aren't the best star to encounter as well, so I removed them, but I edited back a few moments later. And then this happened. Something terrible. What the f was that? What the f just happened? Oh my f god. What the f is going on? Where am I? Where the f? What the f am I going? No. Oh my god. I have. Oh my f***ing god. What the f just happened? I was shaking, and I really still am. Just remembering now that I'm doing the voice. Just remembering what happened. I'm still shaking. Like, what happened? Was everything fine? Would I get away from this alive and safe? Holy f***. I was terrified. I thought it was over. That far away and that close to the center. I thought it was over. Why is this a thing? Remember all these nice and cool binary stars I encountered before? They could have all done that the moment I jumped in their systems. I kid you not, when I wrote the notes for this section, I was still shaking. Oh, and that's funny, because I still am. I jumped inside a star. I was so lucky that it didn't pull me out of FSD within it as well. I checked for damage, and mostly everything was fine. I needed to clear my mind with a positive note out of this scary encounter. So I used my AFMU for the first time, which stands for Autofill Maintenance Unit. Never used that before, but I had one because I knew it could be useful. It took me some time to understand how it works, and whoa, I'm glad I took this thing. It's a really nice tool. Didn't expect it to be that effective for some reason. Although I didn't notice it deactivated my modules while repairing them, so I was scared once again when my ship just refused to jump to the next system. So yeah, this whole ordeal ended with positive notes. Kinda. I didn't deactivate the thrusters. And now, I had PTSD every time I jumped to a new system. I found another binary system later, although the second star was smaller and further away. It could still be a death jump. I was thinking of it every single jump. It was haunting. I was so far away from home, no station, nobody near me. I was alone. If I died here, it was the end. The bad end. But I was also so close from my objective. I couldn't give up. 5 minutes later, I was arriving to the black hole. Run away, run away, run away, run away, run away, run away, run away. And yeah, that's a black hole. There's not much to look at. However, I did get close to it, just like the Neutron Star before. But I have to say, the prospect and idea of getting close to a black hole wasn't really something I wanted to accurately understand and properly define. So I left. I can't risk it. I'm sorry. I'm going away. I can't. There were no way back. I needed to complete my journey. No more checkpoints. No more adventures. The next step was the Galactic Center, the final chapter of my journey. The danger was rising. I was completely aware of it now. It was lurking in the void, waiting for me to jump to a binary star. I had to be as fast as possible. No more stop. 69 jumps ahead of me. It was a sign. Every jump I was doing, I was expecting the worst. Even if there was no danger. See that? What the f? Yeah. That was an orbital line from a planet close by, not the one from the star. But still, I was convinced it was another star lurking under me for some reason. Oh Christ. This doesn't help though. It's like it was getting more common as well. Or maybe I was noticing it even more, I don't know. Getting close from leaving the streets, I jumped to a system that, for some reason, slowed me a lot. I have no idea what happened there. But I dropped next to it slower than usual and couldn't accelerate properly either. But after this, it was time. The final chapter. Let that sink in. The center of the galaxy. I was there, a few thousand light years away. Two things I know about this forbidden region. One, Sagittarius A is here. And two, humanity has a colony nearby. Yes, that's right, there is human people that far away from home. I had to go there first, and on my way it was getting increasingly difficult. The galaxy herself was pushing me back. She knew what my purpose was. I traveled as fast as I could, not scanning anything anymore, just jump after jump after jump. I was so close. Every jump were getting more dangerous, but I couldn't stop now. And I wouldn't stop now for nothing. I was standing in the middle, surrounded by a belt of light. Just for this, my journey was at its peak. And now, the final jump. Of course, to the end, to the last jump, it had to be scary. But I made it. It was the end. After 25,000 light years, more than 600 jumps, I had reached the end of the world. The simplest of things made me so happy. Hey, 2 new contacts. It's been so long. And don't forget, this liner is in the top 1% of all liners out there. I made it. The last checkpoint. Explorer's Anchorage. A fitting name. I spent some time in there, knowing what was awaiting me. I enjoyed the moment. The most normal actions were almost new and pleasing for me. Oh my god! I made it! It would be short-lived, of course, but I felt myself reborn during that moment. And that has no price in the world. It's a unique feeling. Being that far and still succeeding, kissing death on the way, embracing doubt, thinking about fear, but ultimately achieving the impossible. Now, I had one final jump to do. The end of the world. The horizon was bending before my very eyes. The galaxy was revolving around this gigantic ball of nothingness. The supermassive black hole. The heart, the core. I am here, standing at the edge of the world, looking at the end of the world, staring in disbelief. I am here, as far as I could go. I am here. Now, there is only one thing left to do.
Shields offline. Warning. Temperature critical. Warning. Taking heat damage. Eject. Eject. Eject.
So hey everyone, thank you for watching this video up until now. Just a few points before saying anything else. I'm a casual player in Elite Dangerous. I'm mostly playing it during my relax and chill time, so if you watch this video with the knowledge of a veteran commander, I must have said or done many mistakes. I'm sorry, that wasn't my intention. I just wanted to go to Sagittarius A for the first time and basically share my journey. And I don't know, I feel dry now. This video took so long to do for no reason other than myself being really slow. I started recording this at the end of January and must have worked more than 100 hours on it at this point. It was insane, and for some reason I expected it to be easier than my usual videos. I don't know if I'll make more videos like this in the future. I'm not good at script writing, and I'm definitely not a voice actor either. That's two things I realized while making this video. However, if you liked it, please show it to me, leave a like, comment on what you liked or disliked, and yeah, I don't know. Thank you for everything. If you find my channel through this video, I've made different ones before and I would like to invite you to go check them out. My personal favorites are the Resident Evil 3 and Angel of Darkness videos, and I'll give you a link in the description if you are interested. Alright, I'll leave you there now. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day, people, and bye bye.